Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Myself Mohammad Shuaib. I have recently cracked AIIMS CRE exam with All India 4th rank, and also have cracked RRB Dietitian Exam in 2024. And this video is going to be a marathon series for the AIIMS CRE 2025 exam, which is going to be held in August 25th, 2025. So this is the first video of the marathon series. In this, I will be explaining you the 100 questions, and I will be explaining the topics in detail regarding this question. So let's get into the video. The first question: the smallest unit of life in the human body is? This is a very easy question. Okay, tissues, cell, organelles, organ. As you all know, group of cells makes tissues, group of tissues makes organs, group of organs makes organ system, and group of organ system makes organism. Okay, this is the cell structure. Group of cells together makes tissues, group of tissues together make organs, group of organs makes organ systems, then group of organ system makes organisms. Okay. So here the answer will be B, cells. Next question. The main function of the red blood cells is to combat infections, carry oxygens, produce hormones, aid in clottings. So we'll check each option now. Combating infection is a work for the lymphatic system, and producing hormone is a work of the endocrine system, and clotting factor, aiding in clotting is the work for the platelets. Then we have the only one option remaining, that is B, carry oxygen. So this is the answer. Carry oxygen. Red blood cells helps to carry oxygen by the help of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the main reason where the blood is in red color, and also helps in oxygen transport. The question number 3. The organ responsible for filtering blood and producing urine is liver, lungs, kidney, heart. This is also a very easy question. Everyone knows it. Liver is a detoxification organ. Okay. The lungs helps in gases exchanges, and heart helps to pump blood to all over the body. Then we have the kidneys. Kidneys helps to filter the blood. So the answer is C, kidney. Fourth question. Which system controls body activities through hormones? Nervous system, respiratory system, endocrine system, lymphatic system. So nervous systems helps to send the signals to all over the body, like movement, flight and fight reactions. Everything is covered by the nervous system. Then respiratory system helps to helps in gases exchanges, CO2 and O2. And lymphatic system helps to fight infections. And we have the endocrine system. Endocrine system is the system which helps to produce hormones. This endocrine system also, there are two types, endo and exocrine glands. This endocrine system contains two types, exo and endo. This endocrine system has two types, exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine releases the enzymes. It is also through ducts. Exocrine has ducts. Okay, it will release the enzyme at a particular location. So because of that reason, it is called ducts gland. Exocrine has the ducts where it will target a particular organ and release the enzyme or hormone there. Then comes the endocrine. Endocrine is also called as ductless glands because they don't have a particular duct, so they release the hormones in the blood itself. So this is the bloodstream. Okay, they directly release the hormones in the blood itself, and this hormone will reach the particular site and do the work. So this is the difference between exo and endocrine gland. This question is asked in RRB 2024 dietitian exam. Okay, very important. Many people have done mistake here, so make sure you remember this. So next question. The process of maintaining internal stability is called? endocytosis, hemostasis, homeostasis, metabolism. Here you need to be very, very careful. So this is the type of question where you will get confused. As you can see here, the option B, you have the hemostasis, and there is another option C, which is homeostasis. So if you are well versed about the spelling, then you can easily answer that. But here, when you are in the exam, you have the pressure to complete the exam fast as there is limited time. In this process, you may do wrong and tick it for the B. But B is the wrong answer because it is hemostasis. But the answer should be homeostasis, where it maintains the internal stability. It's called homeostasis. So the answer will be C. Here the answer will be C. So remember that. Make sure you read the question once or twice, then only you answer it. If you don't know the answer, leave it. The next question. Which of the following is an essential fatty acids? Oleic acid, linoleic acid, stearic acid, palmitic acid. So here the answer will be B, linoleic acid. Linoleic acid is a essential fatty acids. To know this, you need to know types of omega fatty acids. There are majorly three types of omega fatty acids: omega 3, omega 6, omega 9. So these are the major fatty acids. So I have mentioned this in my notes. I will show it to you and I will explain you what's the difference between them. And you can go for the nutrients and role. So I can see here omega 3 fatty acids are anti-inflammatory and essential for the heart and brain health. Okay, you need to remember that. In this, the next omega 6 fatty acids essential for the growth and development and supports immune function and should be balanced with the omega 3 to avoid excess inflammation. If you have more omega 6, if you have more omega 6 than omega 3, then in your body the inflammation goes up. So you need to balance the omega 3, omega 6 with the omega 3. If the ratio will be, if you have 4 omega 6 fatty acids, you need to combine with 1 omega 3 fatty acids. So this is the ratio for omega 6 and omega 3 fatty acids. In the question, in the exam, they will ask what is the ratio to balance the inflammation among omega 6 and omega 3. So omega 6 will be 4 and omega 3 will be 1. So omega 6 4 equal to 1. By this you can reduce the inflammation. This is how the question also will be there. So you remember this 4 is to 1 is the omega 6 and omega 3 ratio. Okay. Then comes the omega 9 fatty acids is heart healthy and anti-inflammatory and non-essential but beneficial. This is non-essential, so it's not necessary. So here I have also mentioned that reducing the risk of chronic inflammation, which is 4 is to 1 ratio among omega 6 and omega 3. So clearly I have mentioned here. You can check it out. Okay. Then comes the omega 3. So we'll talk about the omega 3 right now. Omega 3 fatty acid includes three main types, which is ALA, alpha linoleic acid, and EPA, DHA. These EPA and DHA are both available in animal sources. Okay, this ALA majorly found in plant oils. Okay, majorly found in the plant oil. So as you can see here, EPA is a primary food in fish and marine sources, and DHA is found in fish and marine sources, whereas the ALP is found in plant oils such as flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. So these three are the major fatty acids present in the omega 3 fatty acids. Then comes the omega 6 fatty acids. Omega 6 fatty acids consists two type of fatty acids, which is linoleic acid and arachidonic acid. So linoleic acid is the most common type of omega 6 found in vegetables oil like sunflower, corn, and soybean oil. And this arachidonic acid is present in animal products such as meat, egg, and dairy. And this arachidonic acid can be synthesized from the linoleic acid. If you have La, linoleic acid, this arachidonic acid AA can be synthesized from the linoleic acid. So make sure there is one question. There will be one question regarding this. Okay, they will ask how arachidonic acid is synthesized from the how arachidonic acid is synthesized. Then you need to tick the answer as linoleic acid. this arganic acid can be synthesized from the linoleic acid. So make sure you remember this point. This type of question will be asked in the AIIMS. So better you remember it. And then comes the omega-9 fatty acids. Omega-9 fatty acids has two types, oleic acid and mild acid. This oleic acid are most prevalent in omega-9, which is present in olive oil, avocado oil, and various nuts. Okay, and there is comes the mid oil, mid acid. So found in smaller amount in animal sources and small some plant sources, though less common in the diet. So it is not too essential because it can get in anywhere. So it is not, this is a minor essential fatty acids. So you need to remember this omega 3 and omega 6 fatty acids in detail, and types of the omega 3 and types of the omega 6. They will ask this type of questions will be formed, and remember this 4:1 ratio of omega 6 and omega 3 proportion. Okay, so we'll go to the questions. So here the answer will be B, linoleic acid. Linoleic acid is the answer for the essential fatty acids. Then question number 7, which vitamin C is also known as? Vitamin C is also known as niacin, thiamine, ascorbic acid, folic acid. This is an easy question. Everyone knows ascorbic acid is called vitamin C. So this is the answer, C. Next question. The main function of dietary fiber is to provide energy, build muscle, promote bowel regularity, increase blood cholesterol. As everyone knows, providing energy is a work of macronutrients like carbohydrate, protein, and fat. Okay, muscle building helps in protein from and increases blood cholesterol. If you eat lot of fat, your body's blood cholesterol will be increasing. So here the answer will be C. Here the answer will be C. Promote bowel regularity. Okay, when you have lot of when you eat lot of fiber, fiber attracts water in the gut, and which will help in the digestion. Okay, next we'll be talking about ninth question. The best source of the complete protein is wheat, egg, rice, corn. So we call the complete protein if all 9 essential amino acids is present in the single food source, then we call it as complete protein. If there is any kind of amino acid that is missing, which is essential, we call it as incomplete protein. So in vegetarian sources there is no complete source of protein. So any single one, there will be 1 or 2 amino acids missing in the vegetarian sources. So here non-veg sources has the complete protein. So as you can see here, wheat doesn't have the complete protein, rice don't have the complete protein, and corn also don't have the complete protein. Only egg has the complete protein biostructure. Okay, so answer will be B. We talk about the so next question. A deficiency of iodine can lead to scurvy, goiter, rickets, pellagra. So we'll talk about the scurvy. Scurvy is nothing but bleeding gums. If you bite some apple or any kind of fruit, if you see if you see blood on the gums of the teeth, then it is called scurvy. It is caused due to vitamin C deficiency. Okay. Then comes the rickets. Ricket caused due to vitamin D deficiency. It is especially in children where the bones become brittle. It can easily break. It can easily be broken down. Then comes the pellagra. Pellagra is caused due to niacin deficiency. Niacin means B3. Yeah, it is B3 deficiency causes pellagra. In this, there are multiple symptoms like dermatitis, dementia, and at the end of the day, at the end stage it can be death. So we'll talk about this pellagra in the next question. There are multiple questions regarding this, so I will be explaining detailing. So for this question, the answer will be B. Here, iodine plays a major role in thyroid hormone synthesis, and if there is less iodine, there will be less thyroid hormone production. If there is lot of iodine, then the hormone will be producing abnormally, which causes goiter. Goiter means nothing but enlargement of thyroid gland. So next question, the recommended dietary allowance is The minimum nutrient needs for the health, the average nutrient intake adequate for most healthy people, the absolute maximum safe level, none of the above. The answer will be B, the average nutrient intake for the most healthy people. There will be another option also, the average intake for the 97 to 98% of the population. So both are the correct. RDA nothing but the is a set of a limit number where it is recommended to have for the normal healthy individual to sustain a good healthy life. Next comes the 12th question. Carbohydrate contributes to how many kilocalories? This is also very easy. Carbohydrate gives you 4 kilocalories, protein gives you 4 kilocalories, and fat gives you 9 kilocalories. Alcohol gives you 7 kilocalories. Okay. As per the question, carbohydrate gives you 4 kilocalories. So the answer will be 4. 13th question. For adults, protein intake recommendation grams kg per body weight per day is. So this is also very easy question. It is 0.8 as per the RDA. For the normal healthy individual adult, it is 0.8 grams per kg body weight is the normal requirement, and 0.5 grams is for the renal patients. If they have any kind of condition like AKI, for them we prescribe 0.5 grams. 1.5 grams it may be for the adolescents, okay, and fast growing child and any kind of disease condition where we need lot of energy, then we need that for muscle building, etc. And 2.5 grams will be given for the burn case patients, and in some cases geriatric patient also, because they will be facing sarcopenia, muscle loss. For that reason also we can provide 2 grams. Question number 14. Which of the following is not considered as a macronutrient? As you all know, there are 3 types of macronutrient. First one is carbohydrate, then protein, then fat. These are the 3 major source. Apart from this, everything is called minor source or micronutrients. So as per the question, protein, fat, carbohydrate are the major source, and vitamins are the minor source. So the answer will be C, vitamins. And then the question number 15, the main source of vitamin D is sunlight, green vegetables, whole grains, fruits. Here the answer will be sunlight. Sunlight has the abundant vitamin D source. We can directly absorb from the sunlight. So how this vitamin D will be absorbed in the body, I will be explaining now in detail. So that there will be no other video where you can go and watch it. This video is enough to understand how the vitamin D absorption happens in the body. So we'll go to the nutrient roles. We'll go to the nutrient role PDF. Then we scroll down to vitamin D. Yeah. So this is a cycle where I will be explaining you. See, when there is a sun, so this is the sun, right? When the sun rises falls on the skin, your body absorbs that vitamin D in the form of 7-dehydrocholesterol. Okay, this is the form where your body actually absorbs from the sun. This is called pre-vitamin D3. Okay, this is called pre-vitamin D3. In the presence of heat, it converts into D3, which is called calcitriol. Okay, it is called D3. This source is present in the animal sources from the food. Okay, animal sources, this D3 will be present, and there will be D2 also. D2 is present in the plant sources. Then this vitamin D3 enters the bloodstream. Okay, in the bloodstream, the D3 is roaming around. The blood reaches to the liver. So as the blood reaches to the liver, here the liver releases hydrolase enzyme. This hydrolase enzyme adds on D3 and convert it into 25 hydroxy cholecalciferol, which is called calcidiol. Okay, this is the major indicator where we use to find out vitamin D levels in the body. Okay, this is a major indicator. You need to remember that. Okay, now we have 25 hydroxy cholecalciferol, calcidiol in the bloodstream. This this is a major indicator, as I told, which will help in the lab testing. I have mentioned here. You can do that. Then, if in case in the body there is a decrease in calcium levels, okay, and there is decrease in phosphorus level, this signals the parathyroid hormone, and this will signal the thyroid hormone, thyroid gland. This thyroid gland releases parathyroid hormone, PTH. These parathyroid hormones goes to the kidney and stimulate the kidney to release the enzyme called 1 alpha hydroxylase. This enzyme is strictly controlled by the kidney. It will only release when there is absolute need for the vitamin D in the body. Until unless this hormone, this enzyme will not be created. So it will be controlled by the kidney. This hydrolase enzyme acts on 25 hydroxy cholecalciferol, which is called calcidiol. It gives one carbon atom to this and converts it into 125 dihydroxycholecalciferol, which is called calcitriol. So you need to remember this both words, calcidiol, calcitriol. This calcitriol is the most bioactive. This is the highest active vitamin D present in the body. Okay. Once this is converted, this will enter the bone and rises the calcium levels and phosphorus levels. Okay, and the calcium phosphorus, yeah, it will absorb the calcium from the uh, gut, and it will compensate for the bone mineralization. If there is no calcium at all, what it will do, then it will make the bone osteoclast. Okay, in this process there will be bone will be degenerated, and from that bone the calcium will be pulled out to compensate the calcium deficiency. So this is how the parathyroid hormone and calcium cycle works. Okay, I hope you understand this. This is the simplest form where I have explained you. For the sunrises comes to the skin, it will absorb as a 7-dehydrocholesterol into the skin, and there it will convert into, in the presence of heat, it will convert into cholecalciferol. Then the cholecalciferol enters into the liver. There the liver releases 25 hydroxylase enzyme and convert into 25 hydroxy cholecalciferol, which is called calcidiol. Okay, calcidiol. This calcidiol is a major source which we use for the lab testing. If there is less amount of calcium detection in the body, then the body signals the thyroid hormone to release parathyroid hormone. This parathyroid hormone triggers the kidney to release alpha hydroxylase enzyme. This alpha hydroxylase enzyme adds one carbon atom to this hydroxycholecalciferol and converts into 125 cholecalciferol, which is called calcitriol. These are most active form of vitamin D. This helps to increase or balance the calcium levels and phosphorus levels in the body. So this is how simply the cycle works. So I hope you understand. Then we'll go for the second question. Then we'll go for the next question. And by the way, this PDF, this question PDF will be uploaded in the drive. You can check it out there. The next question. The glycemic index measures. The glycemic index measures protein quality, effects of food on blood glucose, fat absorption, vitamin content. This is also very easy question. The answer will be B. Effect of food or on the blood glucose. Okay, glycemic is nothing but the glucose levels, the glucose spike will get from the food item which we consume. The next question, bioavailability refers to taste of the food, the absorbable portion of a nutrient, energy value, and water content. Bioavailability means the amount of nutrients we are consuming and our body is absorbing that nutrient to a certain level. If you are consuming 20 grams of protein and your body is absorbing 19 grams of protein, then there is a highest bioavailability. So the answer will be B, the absorbable portion of a nutrient. Then question number 18. The main storage form of carbohydrate in a human is, okay, glucose, glycogen, cellulose, starch. See, whenever if you consume lot of calories, lot of carbohydrate, your body will store that carbohydrate, that glucose in the form of glycogen and stores in the muscle, liver, and excess amount it will store as a fat. Okay, this is a basic need as a human body functions. And cellulose is a plant structure, plant cell wall, so it is not the answer. Starch is the storage energy for the plants. Remember this. Okay, starch is the storage energy for the plant. Glucose is the end product of carbohydrate. It's not the storage form. So the storage form will be B, glycogen. So glycogen will be the answer for this question. Here there are another question can be also formed, which is a primary storage source of energy in the human body. Then it is called glycogen. If there is and if the question is asked which is a major source of energy storage in the body, then it is called fat. Remember it. Which is a primary source of uh, storage of energy in the human body is glycogen. If the question asks which is the major source of energy in the human body, then it is fat. Okay, fat is a major source. Remember this is very important. This is how the question will be formed. If you are in hurry and if you so excited to answer it, then you will do the wrong answer. So be careful, read the question once or twice, then only answer the answer. Okay. Which compound is used for energy production in the cell? This is also very easy question. DNA, ATP, RNA, GTP. The answer is B, ATP. ATP is a energy currency of the body. So it is used as a energy. Question number 20. Trans fat in the diet are primarily obtained from fruits, naturally in animal fats, hydrogenated oils, leafy vegetables. Fruit doesn't have any kind of trans fat. Okay, and naturally in animal fats has little bit trans fat but not too much. Then leafy vegetables also don't have the fat. Then only hydrogenated oils has a lot of trans fat, so it is unhealthy. If you consume lot of hydrogenated oils, I know you will get a lot of cholesterol accumulated in the body and leads to cardiovascular diseases. Then question number 21. Nutraceuticals are best defined as artificial preservatives, food or food part of a food with medical benefits, food coloring agents, synthetic drugs. So here the answer will be B. As you can see, artificial preservative it doesn't comes under nutraceuticals, and food coloring agents is also will not come in the nutraceuticals, and synthetic drugs is also not comes in the nutraceuticals. So nutraceuticals is nothing but a combination of nutrition plus and pharmaceuticals. Together they combine and forms nutraceuticals. Okay, where a part of the food which we consume, gives little more benefit compared to normally we consume the food, then it is called nutraceuticals. So the answer will be B. The food or a part of food with medical benefits. Question number 22. An example of a probiotic is omega 3, lactobacillus, vitamin C, and iron. So, in this, you need to first know what is prebiotic and what is probiotic and what is symbiotic. Okay, we'll explain that. And we talk about the prebiotic. Prebiotic is nothing but it's a food for the bacteria to grow in the gut. It is a food for the bacteria to grow in the gut. Okay, and what is called probiotic? Probiotic is a living bacteria where we consume and it will help in the gut flora to rises. Okay, it is a living alive bacteria which we consume. So it's called probiotic. And symbiotic, it's a combination of pre and probiotic, both living organism and together with that food which supports the living organism, I mean bacteria to grow in the gut. Okay, the answer will be B, lactobacillus. Omega 3 is a fatty acid. Vitamin C is a water molecule. water soluble vitamin, and iron is a element. So the answer will be B, lactobacillus bacteria. Question number 23. Functional foods are foods free from nutrients, foods that provide health benefits beyond basic nutrient, only processed foods, foods with artificial additives. So the answer will be the functional food is nothing but if you consume a food, you will get some amount of benefit from that. That nothing but a functional food. So the answer will be B, foods that provide health benefits beyond the basic nutrients. Okay, this is the answer. Then question number 24. Omega-3 fatty acids are primarily found in whole grains, legumes, fatty fish, dairy products. So always remember, if omega-3 fatty acids mentioned and sorry, if the omega-3 fatty acid is mentioned and there is together with that they have mentioned a fish source, a marine source, then always tick the non-veg marine source. Okay, animal based product, because omega-3 has a lot, and because fatty fish has a lot of omega-3 present in that compared to legumes. Okay, so always stick the non-vegetarian part, especially if it is from the marine sources. So the answer will be C. Question number 25. Which is considered as prebiotic? The same thing which I have talked. Prebiotic is the food for the bacteria to grow. So here, as you can see, yogurt, garlic, meat, bread. So here, as you know, yogurt has living bacteria in that. So it is considered as probiotic, not prebiotic. Then meat, it doesn't have bacteria and it's not that much helpful for the gut as a prebiotic. And butter is not the answer. The garlic is the answer for this. Garlic is a prebiotic fiber which will stay in the gut for the longer time and helps to grow the beneficial bacteria in the gut. So the answer will be B, garlic. Question number 26. Gluten-free diet is prescribed to peoples with diabetes, lactose intolerance, celiac disease, hypertension. If you don't know the name of that particular disease, you can eliminate the other options, then the remaining option you can take it out. For example, diabetes, everyone knows it, it is regarding the sugar levels. Okay, then lactose intolerance is a deficiency in lactase enzyme, they can't consume the milk products. And hypertension is a cardiovascular disease condition, blood pressure condition. So three options is eliminated. Only we have one option, that is celiac disease. So this is the answer. Okay, celiac disease is nothing but where it can't digest the wheat products, which contains gluten protein. If the protein is gluten, body can digest it, can't digest it because the cilia around the intestinal walls are damaged. Okay, which will leads to irritation in the gut and causes lot of discomfort. For that reason, it is called celiac disease. So the answer will be C. Question number 27. Dash diet is recommended for weight loss, high cholesterol, hypertension, diabetes. This is also very easy question. Always remember, if there is a DASH diet, it will be linked for the hypertension, cardiovascular health. So the answer will be C, hypertension. Okay, this is a dietary approach for the hypertension patients. Then a question number 28. A low purine diet helps to manage gout, hypertension, diabetes, rickets. If you don't know the name, if you don't know the answer for the low purine diet, you can eliminate the option first. Eliminate the hypertension. Hypertension is regarding for the BP, blood pressure. So this is not the answer. And diabetes is for the it's regarding the blood glucose level. So this is also not the answer. And rickets is a deficiency of vitamin D, right? So there is three options eliminated. Only we have one option, that is gout. Gout is nothing but, see, if you consume lot of amount of protein, your body forms urea, and this urea will be excreted from the body, right? The major source of urea is produced from the purines. Purines are the protein which which will be broken down and converted to urea, and then it will be excreted in the form of urine. Okay, these purine contain foods that are organ meat. Organ meat has lot of purines in that. Okay, purine proteins. This organ meat, if you consume lot of organ meats, then there will be lot of purine, and where your body is difficult, your body will be feeling difficult to excrete the urea. The accumulation of urea causes uric crystals. Okay, these uric crystals called gout. Okay, I hope you understand this. So if you consume lot of organ meat, then you are consuming purines, and this purines increases the urea levels in the body. This urea will be deposited as uric acid crystals. Then this is called gout. Okay, you will get pain in the knees. Okay, like that. There will be symptoms. In question number 29, our renal diet is generally restricted in protein and sodium, carbohydrate and vitamins, fats and minerals, and fiber and water. This is also a very easy question. As a renal diet, everyone knows it. For the renal patient, we need to give less protein and less sodium. Okay, the answer will be A, protein and sodium. Why we are giving less protein and less sodium? Because it has renal issue where there will be a difficulty in filtering the blood. If you give lot of protein, you will put lot of pressure on the organ, which will worse the condition. And sodium also, it will contain the blood pressure. It will balance the blood pressure and the water levels in the body. If you consume lot of sodium, your body holds lot of water in the body. Which will be difficult for the kidney to filter it out. So for this reason, we'll be restricting protein and sodium. Question number 30. A high fiber diet is often recommended to decrease bowel movement, increase satiety and improve digestion, increase cholesterol, and treat anemia. This is also very easy answer. The answer will be B. Increase satiety and improve digestion. As you know, if you consume a lot of fiber, this fiber accumulates in the gut and attracts water in that, and which makes you feel full. And at the end of the day, you will feel full, and you won't feel to have a lot of meals in the day. And it will also help you in the blood sugar management. Question number 31. Which helps manage type 2 diabetes? High glycemic index foods, high saturated fat diet, increased fiber intake, excess amount of salt. So this is also a very easy question. For in the type 2 diabetes, we can't give high glycemic index foods because it increases the glucose levels in the blood. And high saturated fat diet also we can't do it because it is linked to cardiovascular diseases. The excess salt also we can't give it because it will cause the hypertension. So the answer will be C, increase the fiber intake. So this is the answer. Question number 32. Nutritional therapy in cancer often includes fasting, high protein and energy dense diet, fat restriction, low calorie diet. So, in the nutrition therapy of cancer, cancer is nothing but abnormal replication of the cells itself. During this process, body needs lot of energy to cope up with that regeneration process or replication process, where your body will use you will where your body will break down the muscle, break down the fat, and convert into the energy. To prevent muscle wasting and wasting, body we need to have lot of protein and lot of calorie. So the answer will be B, high protein and energy dense diet. Okay. Then question number 33. For celiac disease, exclude rye, corn, potato, rice. So if you don't know this, eliminate the option first. Corn has no gluten protein, and potatoes also don't have the gluten protein. Rice also we don't have the gluten protein. We have rye. Rye is the only option where we get the gluten protein inside that, which will trigger the celiac disease. Okay, gluten intolerance disease. So the answer will be A. Question number 34. What is the major dietary approach in hyperlipidemia? Increase saturated fat, increase trans fat, reduce total fat and cholesterol, increase sodium. So for the diet in hyperlipidemia is nothing but high amount of lipids in the body, in the blood. Okay, lipids is nothing but fat, right? So this approach will be C, reduce the total fat and cholesterol. Okay, We can't increase the saturated fat as it will worsen the condition. We can't also have trans fat. It will also very harmful for the cardiovascular health. And we can't increase the sodium also. So the answer will be C. Reduce total fat and cholesterol is the answer. Question number 35. A main dietary modification for peptic ulcer is high fiber, blend non-irritated diet, high sodium, and high spices. Here, we first you need to understand what is peptic ulcer. Peptic ulcer is nothing but there will be small damage in the stomach or lining of the stomach where you causes a lot of irritation when the food enters or which causes you burning sensation. There are multiple locations where you can have peptic ulcers. First, imagine this is a digestive system. Okay, these are splinters. We can have peptic ulcer here. Okay, we can also have peptic ulcer in the stomach, and we can have the peptic ulcer near the duodenum entrance. Okay, when food enters into that, you will feel pain here. If the food is a lot of spicy, then it will cause a lot of burning sensation. And when the stomach it enters into the stomach, there is a HCl will be releasing, and it causes lot of pain in the stomach also. When the food discharges in the duodenum, then there is one peptic ulcer here, and here also you will cause lot of pain. So this is how actually the ulcers happen. To prevent this, we use a blend diet, so there will be no spices added. So when the food goes also, it won't feel that much irritation compared to when you consume a lot of spicy foods. So the answer will be B, bland non-irritating diet. Question number 36. Enzymes that digest protein are called amylase, lipase, protease, nuclease. So here, as you know, a protein, in the answer itself you can know protease. Protease digests the protein. So the answer will be C. Amylase is helpful in digestion of carbohydrate. Lipase is helpful in digestion of lipids. Nuclease is helpful in the breakdown of nucleus. So the answer will be C. Protease. Okay. Question number 37. The end product of carbohydrate digestion is amino acids, fatty acids, glucose, vitamins. So carbohydrate end product is glucose only, right? Everyone knows it. It's very easy answer. It's very easy question. So the answer will be C, glucose. Question number 38. Which cycle is responsible for energy generation in the cell? Urea cycle, Krebs cycle, Cori cycle, beta oxidation. So first we'll eliminate the options. Urea cycle helps in urea synthesis and excretion of urea in the form of urine in the blood. And you need to remember the rate limiting step of the urea. It is carbamyl phosphate. Carbamyl phosphate. It is a rate limiting step in urea cycle. There will be question forming regarding the urea. So for this, I have mentioned in the notes. You can go and check it out. And then comes the Cori cycle. What is Cori cycle? Cori cycle is also very easy. I will explain you in simple terms. Imagine, okay, this is the muscle. Okay, this is the blood, and this is the liver. Okay, there are three compartments: muscle, blood, and liver. When in the muscle there is a glucose. Okay, when you do rapid movements, your body produces pyruvate. In the presence of in the absence of oxygen, it will release lactate. Okay, lactic acid. This lactate enters into the blood, and from the blood it enters into the liver. So here one more point. The pyruvate converts to lactate in by the help of lactate dehydrogenase enzyme. Lactate dihydrogenase enzyme. This enzyme helps to break down pyruvate to lactate. Okay, here the same enzyme works. Here there is a lactate. These lactates again convert into pyruvate in the presence of lactate dehydrogenase enzyme. Okay, then the pyruvate enters in the liver, and it will enter in the blood as a glucose. So these are total cycle happening. Okay, I hope you understand. This Cori cycle I have clearly mentioned in my notes, so you can check it out. And then can beta oxidation. Beta oxidation is nothing but a fat oxidation. The fat molecules is broken down to fatty acids, where you will get three fatty molecules and one glycerol, where it will be attaching to that and it will break it for the energy production. Fatty acids goes into the Krebs cycle and break down as a energy. Okay, this glycerol item then go for the gluconeogenesis. The answer will be B, the Krebs cycle. Okay, it is a responsible for the energy generation in the cells. Krebs cycle helps to generate a lot of energy. So the answer will be B. Question number 39. Deficiency of niacin leads to scurvy, pellagra, night blindness, rickets. So here I have also explained before itself. So scurvy is a bleeding gum disease which caused by vitamin C deficiency, and night blindness is caused due to vitamin A deficiency. Rickets is caused due to vitamin D deficiency. Then comes the pellagra. There is only one option, that is pellagra. So the answer will be pellagra. Pellagra causes 3D disease. So always remember, if the question comes, what is the 3D diseases? Okay, 3 Ds. One is dermatitis, dementia, diarrhea, and if they ask 3D disease, you can write it down. Dermatitis, dementia, diarrhea. These are the three diseases caused by pellagra. And if they ask 4D diseases, 4D, 4Ds, then you just need to add one more, death. Okay, then it will become 4Ds. Death is the last option. In severe cases, the person can also be died. So that is the last option. If they ask 4Ds, you mention dermatitis, dementia, diarrhea, death. Okay, these are the 4Ds. If 3Ds, dermatitis, dementia, diarrhea. That's all. That is called pellagra. It is caused due to vitamin B3, niacin. Okay, it is caused due to the niacin deficiency. So it is very crucial. Many questions forms from this. So you need to remember 4Ds, 3Ds, and also niacin deficiency. Question number 40. The main storage site of vitamin A in the body is muscle, liver, kidney, pancreas. So remember, vitamin A majorly stores in the liver. Okay, and in which form the vitamin A stores? It stores in the retinol ester. Ester. Okay, it will store in the form of retinol ester. So it is very important, very important. You remember that vitamin A converts into retinol, and which will help for the eye health. Okay, when it comes to the storage form, it will convert into retinol ester and store in the liver in major source. So okay, so liver is a major source of the vitamin A. So remember that liver is a major source of vitamin A. Even though if they ask the question which organ has a lot of vitamin A, then liver is the answer. Then comes the research methods and statistics. The median of a data set refers to. It is very simple. There will be three central tendency data, which is called mode, median, and mean. Mode means the number repeats multiple times, the same number. If the number is 2, the 2 repeats multiple times, then it is called mode. And median is a middle number. If there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, but we need to check it for the middle number. To check the middle number. Middle number is 3. So this is called median, and the mean is average of the number. We need to plus this number and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So average of the set of number is called mean. So this is the overview of the central tendency. Here they have asked the median. Median is nothing but middle number. So most frequently occurring value, not the answer. Difference between highest and lowest value is also not the answer. Middle value when ordered is the answer, because in the median we need to check for the middle number. Okay, so this is the answer. Average of all value is the answer for the mean. Okay. Question number 42. Randomized control trial. See, randomized control trial is nothing but selecting an individual from the random sample. If there are multiple samples, randomly they are collecting the data and keep it in the place which gives you accurate results. No bias will be included. Bias nothing but errors. By knowingly we need to we'll take it. So there will be a lot of bias in that. So if you take randomly and select it for the data, and you will get the proper data. So this randomized control trial is also called as gold standard. Okay, remember, it's very, very important. This question is repeated in both AIIMS and RRB. Very, very important. What is the gold standard of the research statistics? Then it is called randomized control trial. And they will ask what is the randomized control trial deals with? What is the main point of that? It is gold standard. So we'll talk about the options. First one is observational study, experimental study, cross-sectional study, retrospective, retrospective study. So observational study is nothing but observing a candidate or a data. We will following and observing them closely and noting down the data. Then it is called observational study. So this is not the answer. Then comes as cross-sectional study. Cross-sectional study in the sense collecting the all data in a sector, in a particular point, a single point, all data accumulated at a one point. Then it is called cross-sectional study. Then when they accumulate in a single point, they will compare the data from each other. So it is called cross-sectional. They will be doing cross-checking. So this is also not the answer. And retrospective study is it's opinion of the expert. If I am an expert, if someone come and ask me on the opinion of that particular data, I need to tell that data because I have done the research. So it is a three-way process. First they will ask me, I will tell the details. So it is called retrospective study. It is not the answer. So we have only one study, experimental study. This is the answer because randomized control trial is a gold standard. It is highly proven. The data will be accurate. So experiment. We do experiment, then only we extract the accurate data in from that. So this is the answer. I hope you are getting that. I'm not too well versed in research statistics. The amount I know, I am explaining to you guys in a simple format. The question number 43. A p-value less than 0.05 indicates strong evidence against null hypothesis, accept null hypothesis, the result is not significant, large sample size. So first understand what is p-value less than 0.05. P-value is a probability of a value. If the value is less than 0.05, there is a 5% chance that the data is true. Only 5%. So when the p-value is less than 0.05, it is called as statistically significant because there is only 5% chance of being the data correct. So it is called statistical significance. If they ask the option here statistically significant, then it will be less than 0.05. If the number is greater than 0.05, it is not statistically significant. Then we accept that null hypothesis. Here there is a strong evidence against the null hypothesis because the value is 0.05. So the answer will be A, strong evidence against the null hypothesis. Okay. Here, when you accept the hypothesis, when the p-value is greater than 0.05. Okay. And the result is not significant, it is the same for the greater than 0.05. Large sample size is not the answer. So the answer will be A. Okay, I hope you're getting the point. Then comes the 44th question. Standard deviation measures central tendency, spread of data, mode of data, correlation. So first understand what is standard deviation. Standard deviation is nothing but if the data is spread wide and a larger area, like multiple spread of data, they collect the data and keep it in the order. It is called standard deviation. So the answer will be B, spread of data. It measures the data spread. The data is spread in multiple direction or multiple data is spread. It is not arranged in the format. So the standard deviation helps you to arrange the spread of data. This is the answer. So whereas the central tendency is nothing but mean, mode, median. So these three is called central tendency. If they ask the question, what is the central tendency? Then mention it, mean or median or mode. They will ask you point out the which is the central tendency in this answer. So you can just point mean, median, mode. So mode of data is a form of data, whether you're collecting from the nodes by observational, by randomly picking. This is a mode of data. And correlation, just need to correlate the data, that's all. Question number 45. A variable measured in whole number is called continuous, discrete, dependent, independent. So you just need to measure the whole number. Okay. Continuous in the means the number will be continuous. There will be no stop. And dependent, the number should be dependent on other number to calculate it. Then independent, a number which can be independent. Okay. The answer will be discrete. I'm also not sure how I can explain this. I've tried to understand this, but I'm unable to. If you don't know the answer, leave it. Okay. I felt very difficult regarding this question, but the most probable will be discrete data, which can be variable for measuring whole numbers. Okay. Then question number 46. Enteral nutrition is used for. This is very easy answer. GI tract is functional. GI tract is functional. Severe liver failure, complete bowel obstruction. Patient is unconscious or not intubated. So here enteral nutrition is given when the GI tract is functional, but the oral function is not proper. Then the answer will be A. GI tract is functional. And severe liver disease, liver failure, we give it a parental nutrition, PPN. And complete bowel obstruction also will do PPN. And patient is unconscious and not incubated is also given PPN. Parental nutrition, peripheral parental nutrition. Okay. Then comes question number 47. Parental nutrition delivers nutrition via oral route, gastrointestinal tract, intravenous route, subcutaneous route. So as you know, parental nutrition is given when there is no function of GI tract. The GI tract will be totally shut. So in this case, the answer will be C. The the nutrient is provided from the veins, from the central or peripheral, depends on the patient condition. If the patient has it will depend on the patient condition to give whether from the central veins they will give from this vein, like a jugular vein. Okay. And peripheral they can give from the normal hands veins. Okay. The question number 48. Refeeding syndrome is mainly due to rapid introduction of carbohydrates, fluid overload, excess fat, too much protein. So first understand what is what is refeeding syndrome. Refeeding syndrome is if the person is malnourished or for the long time, if the patient is in ICU or if the patient is long term in enteral and parental nutrition, if you suddenly provide the nutrients to him, your body will be malfunctioning because the phosphorus level will go up. Okay, first thing you need to remember, when there is a refeeding syndrome, we need to first observe phosphorus levels. We need to balance the phosphorus level first. If the option phosphorus is not available, then the second most option will be magnesium. So you need to check it out. In the refeeding syndrome, first we need to focus on phosphorus, then for the magnesium. So it will happen if by the reason if you include lot of nutrient at the ones in the body, then answer will be A, rapid introduction of carbohydrates. Okay, the answer will be A. Question number 49. The priority nutrient in wound healing is fat, vitamin E, protein, carbohydrate. It is very easy answer. Everyone knows it. Protein helps in muscle building and repair. So the answer will be C. Question number 50. Immunonutrition is mainly used in critical illness, healthy children's, weight loss therapy, geriatric nutrition. So in healthy children, we don't need to improvise this one immunonutrition. Weight loss therapy, we usually give low calorie diet. And in geriatric nutrition, we'll give high protein diet to and high little bit high calories so that they can prevent sarcopenia, which is muscle loss. So here the answer will be critically ill patients, where they can fight with the illness with the help of immunonutrition. The answer will be A. Question number 51. A nutrition assessment includes only dietary record, only lab test, anthropometric, biochemical, clinical dietary, and only clinical examination. This is also very easy question. Nutrition assessment is done by ABCD, anthropometric, biochemical, clinical dietary product. Then question number 52. The ABCD approach in clinical nutrition stands for. This is also very easy question. Just now I spoke. The answer will be A. Anthropometric, biochemical, and clinical dietary. It is very easy answer. Question number 53. Serum albumin is a marker for hydration, protein status, carbohydrate intake, lipid profile, lipid levels. So always remember the serum albumin, which indicates the malnutrition. Okay, it will help you to understand the protein levels, protein status. If they ask serum albumin is a long-term malnutrition indicator. It is a tool which will use for the long-term malnutrition deficiency. For the and if there is a pre-albumin, it is short-term malnutrition. Protein deficiency. We can find it in the short term for 3 days or 1 week in the time period. If the patient is malnourished for the long time, like protein energy malnutrition, then we check for the serum albumin. Remember, serum albumin is for the long term malnutrition status, and pre-albumin is for the short term malnutrition status. Okay, question number 54. Clinical signs of iron deficiency anemia includes hyperpigmentations, polar and fatigue, edema, jaundice. The answer will be B, pallor and fatigue. If that iron is very low, which causes anemia, and there is a drop of hemoglobin, which makes you look paler, and lot of fatigue will be there because there will be less oxygen supply for the organs. So there will be less energy production, which causes you fatigue, severe fatigue. So the answer will be B. Question number 55. MUAC is used to assess, okay, mid upper arm circumference, fat mass, protein status in children's, lab values, vitamin A status. So always remember MUAC is majorly used to assess malnutrition in children's. So the answer will be B, protein status in children's. Question number 56. Which microorganism produces aflatoxins? E. coli, Clostridium botulinum, Aspergillus flavus, Salmonella. So you need to remember, whenever you find aflatoxins, a word called aflatoxins, always link that aflatoxin to the Aspergillus species. In Aspergillus species, you will get penicillin, yeast, fungus, etc. Everything belongs to the Aspergillus flavus. The E. coli will be spoiling undercooked beef. Undercooked beef. In Clostridium botulinum, it is a main spoilage organisms in canned foods and acidic foods. Salmonella is a common bacteria for the spoilage worldwide. Okay, it will be mostly spoiling undercooked, uncooked eggs or poultry. Okay, remember that it is very important. This type of questions will be asked. Question number 57. Pasteurization aims to sterilize food, kill pathogenic microbes, decrease protein content, add flavors. Killing the bacteria by the heat treatment to decrease the bacterial load. So it's very easy answer. Easy question. The answer will be B. Kill pathogenic microbes. Question number 58. Which bacteria are indicators of fecal contamination? Lactobacillus, Streptococcus, Pseudomonas, E. coli. So here, if you don't know the answer, first eliminate the options that you know. So Lactobacillus is a bacteria helpful in the yogurt preparation, and Streptococcus is a bacteria where it produces toxins, and Pseudomonas it produces endotoxins, and E. coli is the only bacteria that transferred through the fecal contamination. By this, if the E. coli transfer from the fecal contamination, the person will be feeling diarrhea, abdominal pain, gastritis, etc. Okay, so fecal contamination. Whenever you find fecal contamination, always link it to the E. coli. Question number 59. Food intoxication is caused by living pathogens, toxins produced by the microorganisms, food additives, allergens. First, you understand what is food intoxication. So when you prepare the food, there is no toxins in that. But if you keep the food for the longer time without any protection, then there will be bacteria growing there, when the bacteria grows, it produces toxins in that. That is called food intoxication. The bacteria grows and produces the toxins, then it becomes a toxic substance. So it is called as food intoxication. In the initial phase, there is no toxins, but as the bacteria grows there, the toxins are coming up. So the answer will be B. Toxins produced by the microorganisms. Question number 60. Salmonella infection is commonly associated with. This question I have already discussed in the previous questions. So even now I will explain it. Pasteurized milk, boiled vegetables, undercooked eggs, bottled water. So always when you find salmonella bacteria, always link the salmonella bacteria to the undercooked eggs. This is a major pathogen which will be spoiling the egg. In place of salmonella, if there is Campylobacter jejuni, Campylobacter jejuni. There is also correct answer. Campylobacter jejuni is the main bacteria in the spoilage of the eggs. It is the first place. The second place is Salmonella. So always when you find the answer also, when they ask which bacteria usually spoils eggs, if they mention Salmonella and together with the Campylobacter jejuni, always stick for the Campylobacter jejuni because it is a main bacteria in the spoilage of eggs. Okay, and Salmonella is the second bacteria. Question number 61. Hyperglycemia refers to. It is very easy question. High blood lipids, high blood pressure, high blood glucose, low sodium. So the answer will be high blood glucose. Kavashkar is characterized by edema and muscle wasting, fatty liver only, increased immunity, dry scale skin. So always remember, first we understand about the Kavashkar. What is Kavashkar? It is a protein energy malnutrition. If the Kavashkar affected child, if you see it, he will be having lot of edema and together muscle waste. Okay, so always remember, Kavashkar is a major sign of edema. If in a child there is edema, then he is suffering from Kavashkar. Okay, always remember, Kavashkar main character is edema. In marasmus, there will be no edema. There will be muscle wastage, and marasmus is majorly happened due to caloric deficiency, severe caloric deficiency. Okay, here the answer will be A, edema and muscle wasting. Question number 63. In metabolic acidosis, blood pH is greater than 7.45, equal to 7, less than 7.35, and changing. So here, first you need to know what is the pH of the blood. pH of the blood is 7.5. If the pH drops to below 7.5, then 7.45, then it is called metabolic acidosis. If the blood pH rises up, then it is called metabolic alkalosis. Okay. Always remember, if the blood pH drops, it's metabolic acidosis, and blood pH rises, it is called metabolic alkalosis. This balance, metabolic acidosis and metabolic alkalosis, is balanced by two organs, which is lungs and kidneys. Okay, imagine this is a saw. Here you have lungs, you have your kidneys. Okay, if the acidosis, metabolic acidosis means the pH of the blood decreases, then the hydrogen ions in the blood, it will be increasing, right? For to compensate it, this lungs releases lot of it does lot of expiration. Here during the breathing process, the breathing process increases. When the breath goes out, it goes out in the form of CO2, carbon dioxide. From this, it will be releasing hydrogen ions also, carbon. Okay, it will be eliminating through the compulsory mechanism by breathing fast. Okay, if the metabolic alkalosis happens, the kidney will pump out the kidney will pump out bicarbonate. Okay, like this they will balance it out. This is a balance. I will explain it in detail in the later videos. Okay, I will make separate videos regarding this topic. It is very important topic. First you need to understand, but right now you just understand, if the blood pH goes down, it is called acidosis. If the blood pH goes up, it is called alkalosis. Okay, here the answer will be less than 7.35. Question number 64. The primary cause of diabetic ketoacidosis is too much insulin, insulin deficiency, high carbohydrate diet, high protein diet. First, we'll talk about the diabetic ketoacidosis. What is ketoacidosis? See, when the body doesn't have the glucose in the system, it will form ketones from the fat and works on the ketone bodies as a fuel. In some cases, if the insulin deficiency is too large, then are unable to produce insulin in the body will burn lot of fat, break the lot of fat, and converts lot of ketones because brain needs energy. Brain's main energy is glucose itself. To compensate it, body will make ketone bodies. If the ketone levels increases, the pH will be dropping due to the ketones. So as the pH drops, it is a severe condition. It's a severe condition. In this case, there will be death also can be a possibility. So to prevent this, uh, main thing it happens due to insulin deficiency. Okay, insulin deficiency. That is the main reason in ketoacidosis. The actually it happens the breakdown. Okay, the answer will be insulin deficiency. I'll talk about this ketoacidosis also in the next video. Like we'll be explaining each and every important topic, but right now we'll discuss briefly regarding that. Question number 65. Example of inborn error of the metabolism is hepatitis, lactose intolerance, phenylketonuria. So first understand what is inborn error. Inborn error in the sense the child is born with the disease. It is not came in between the life cycle, but he is born with that, or he or she born with that illness. It's called inborn error. If you don't know what is inborn illness, just eliminate the options. You can eliminate hepatitis. Hepatitis is caused by hepatitis A, hepatitis B virus. Okay, this is not the answer. Lactose intolerance is caused by due to lactose intolerance. This is also not the answer. It comes in the later stage of the life. In asthma also, it is related to bronchitis. So it is also not the answer. What is the involvement? There is only one option, right? Phenylalanine, phenylketonuria. In this case, in phenylketonuria, there is amino acid called phenylalanine. Okay, this phenylalanine unable to break it down to convert into urea. Okay, when there is lot of phenylalanine accumulation, then then the condition is called phenylketonuria. Why there is lot of phenylalanine accumulation? Why can't it break? Because to break phenylalanine, we need an enzyme called phenylalanine hydroxylase. Hydroxylase. Okay, this enzyme is a main thing. If it is not there, it is not there due to the inborn error. In this child, the enzyme is not producing. Then this phenylalanine can't be broken down and leads to phenylketonuria due to accumulation of phenylalanine. Okay, this is the answer. That is C, phenylketonuria. Question number 66. PEM refers to protein electrolyte mixture, protein energy malnutrition, potassium enhanced milk, for processed edible meat. So PEM is nothing but protein energy malnutrition. Protein energy malnutrition. Okay, this is very easy question. In this protein energy malnutrition, especially there are two conditions, that is Kawasakar marasmus. Okay, these two I have just explained it. There will be a lot of questions coming also regarding this topic. So here the answer will be protein energy malnutrition. There is one more case also, sarcopenia. It is caused due to protein energy malnutrition. Question number 67. Which vitamin is supplemented in pregnancy to prevent neural tube defect? Vitamin D, vitamin K, folic acid, vitamin C. So first understand what is neural tube. When the child is growing inside, it needs a supplement called folic acid. Okay, which will help to rebuild his spinal cord. in a proper form, in a healthy form. If the folic acid is not available, they face a condition called spina bifida, so where there will be irregular formats of the backbone, and there will be gaps in the vertebrae also. So for that reason, whenever a pregnant lady approaches a doctor, he will be prescribing folic acid supplements from the day one itself. Okay, always remember folic acid is very very important. If you ignore it, then obviously the child which will be going to be born, he will face lot of deformities in the backbone. So the answer will be C, folic acid. For pregnant, RDA of the folic acid is 600 international unit, UG. Question number 68. The midday meal program focuses on adults in office, pregnant women only, school children, elderly. So first understand what is midday meal. Midday meal is a program, a government initiative launched in Tamil Nadu. Okay, Tamil Nadu government launched this midday meal to tackle the malnutrition in the children's and also to improve the school attendance. Okay, tackle the malnutrition and also school attendance to attract the children that there is food, and they will attract the students to increase the school attendance. Also, they will provide a nutritious meal, high calorie and high amount of nutrients, balanced diet will be provided in the school, so that prevent malnutrition. So this is a initiative launched for the school going children. So the answer will be school children. Question number 69. Iron and iodine deficiency can lead to diabetes, hypertension, anemia, and goiter. So this is also very easy question. Iron is always related to anemia. If there is any iron deficiency, you will get anemia. In anemia also there are multiple types: thalassemia, and sickle cell anemia, macrocytic anemia, microcytic anemia. This whole thing I will explain in separate videos. But right now we'll just focus on the questions. Iodine. Iodine is related to the goiter, thyroid hormone. So obviously it is very easy answer. So the answer will be C. Anemia and goiter. Question number 70. BMI stands for blood mass index, body metabolism index, bone mass index indicator. So it is also very easy answer. BMI stands for body mass index. But make sure you remember the spelling and everything, because the most of the options are almost same. You may get confused during the exam because there is very less time. You'll just be going fast. Okay, make sure you read it twice. Question number 71. Exclusive breastfeeding is recommended until 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. So exclusive breastfeeding is recommended for 6 months. Until 6 months, the child only needs a mother's milk. No other food will be introduced. After the 6 months, they will introduce complementary feeding, which is cereals. Okay, for this is the first food which will be introduced to a child. Okay, until 6 months, there will be no feed, no other feed except from the mother's milk. So the answer will be 6 months. Question number 72. Complementary feeding should start at, so just the same thing which I have explained now. It starts from the 6th month. But according to the guidelines, it will start from 4 to 6 months. Okay, this is a time period where you can introduce complementary feeding for the child. Okay, 4 to 6 months. If you find the option 4 to 6 months, then it is a correct answer. If you find the option only 6 months, then to go for the 6 months option. Colostrum is rich in iron, protein and antibiotics, vitamin C and vitamin D. See, colostrum in the sense, it is the first milk formed in mothers. Okay, it is very thick and yellowish. It has lot of protein, lot of antibiotics in that, which will help the child to get immunity, a proper immunity. This colostrum hardly lasts for 3 days. Maximum it can go up to 6 days maybe, but mostly it will be for 3 days. After that, the colostrum will not be produced. So this is a very crucial milk for the baby. which will help him to fight diseases and gain immunity in his future life. So the answer will be B, protein and antibiotics. Question number 74. Energy requirement decreases in old age mainly due to increased metabolism, decreased muscle mass, more physical activity, increased growth rate. So in elderly, there will be lot of muscle mass. There will be lot of decrease in muscle mass because as the age grows, the body's metabolism will go down. As the reason, the muscle mass also will go down. To prevent the muscle mass loss, we need to provide high protein and high amount of calories also to maintain that muscle mass. This decrease in muscle mass is called sarcopenia. Okay, sarcopenia is a disease common in elderly. So here the answer will be reduced muscle mass. If there is less muscle mass, automatically the metabolism will be going down. The energy requirement will be going down. The energy requirement to maintain the muscle mass will also be going down. So always link it to the muscle mass. If you have a lot of muscle mass, there will be a lot of energy requirement. Question number 75. Which is a risk factor for osteoporosis in elderly women? High protein intake, menopause, physical activity, iron overload. So if you don't know the answer, eliminate the option first. High protein intake is for the muscle building and extra purpose. Physical activity, in some cases, when you put a physical strain on the body, it will put a pressure on the muscle, bone also. Due to that, your bone will reabsorb the calcium from the bloodstream and improve it. But it's not a direct related to the elderly woman. So always remember the question. They have mentioned elderly women, not the young women. Okay, this is how they will ask a tricky question. And iron overload is not the answer. So menopause is the answer. Okay, always link it. Menopause, during this menopause, there will be no estrogen production in the body, which leads to calcium deficiency in the bones. The calcium will be pulled out from the bones and sent to the bloodstream, which leads to softness of the bone called osteoporosis. Okay, so elderly, the woman is elderly, obviously she will be in the menopause state. So the answer will be B. Question number 76. Lactose intolerance results in inability to digest fructose, sucrose, lactose, glucose. This is also very easy question. The answer is C, lactose. It's see, in the question itself they have the answer. Question number 77. Common allergen in nut trees: casein, gluten, protein, and lactose. So if you don't know what is the common allergen in nuts, eliminate the options first. Casein is a milk protein. Okay, so this is not the answer. Gluten is a wheat protein. So this is not the answer. Lactose is a milk sugar. Okay, so this is not the answer. We have only one option, that is protein. The proteins in the nuts is the main reason for the allergic reaction. Okay, this is the main reason for the allergic reaction. Question number 78. Anaphylaxis is delayed mild allergic reaction, severe immediate allergic reaction, genetic disorder, chronic food intolerance. So always remember, in anaphylaxis, it is a very severe case, very severe case. In this case, the patient can also be die. Okay, it is very severe case. It is a very severe allergic reaction. So for suppose if you have peanut allergy, which is a very severe allergy, even if you smell or even if you taste just touch a little bit of peanut to your tongue, then also you will get anaphylaxis. Anaphylaxis is a severe, fast, quick and a quick reaction. It will the reaction will be very quick. In this, what happens now? In anaphylaxis, the histamine will produce abnormally. Histamine in the sense, see, when you get a cold, you will get a sneeze, right? The sneeze is released due to the histamines. Histamines are the opposite allergic reactions. The mucus will be produced due to histamines. Okay, the more amount of histamines, the more amount of reaction it will be getting that. So in this case, the histamines will be more, abnormally more. Due to this, there will be contraction of trachea also. If the trachea is contracted, you can't breathe. That's the main issue in the anaphylaxis. You can't breathe and your skin becomes red, rashes, and there will be lot of mucus production also. So at the end of the day, the patient can die if it is not treated. So it is very severe cases. So the answer will be B, severe immediate allergic reaction. If they ask why it causes the severe allergic reaction, if they mention the option histamines, tick for the histamines. Histamines are the main carriers which causes this reaction to happen. Okay. Question number 79. Celiac disease is triggered by lactose, fructose, gluten, and casein. This is also very easy question. This I have already discussed in my past questions, which is gluten. The answer is gluten. Celiac disease is related to the gluten. So the answer will be C. Question number 80. Elimination diet involves introducing all allergen at once, removing suspected food from diet, increasing protein intake, restricting water. So elimination diet in the sense just removing the allergen or allergenic food items in the diet. That's all. That is called elimination diet. Here the answer will be removing suspected food from the diet. If you have allergic to the peanuts, remove the peanuts. If you are allergic to the milk, remove the milk. If you are allergic to the nuts, remove the nuts. The simple thing. That is called elimination diet. Question number 81. The primary source of vitamin B12 is fruits, animal products, legumes, leafy greens. So always remember the vitamin B12, which is called cobalamin, it is only present in the animal sources. There is no plant source which contains vitamin B12. For that reason itself, the vegetarian people or vegan people who follows a vegan diet will be always be having vitamin B12 deficiency. They either be taking the supplements or injecting vitamin B12 intramuscularly every month. Okay, this is very vital vitamin which will help you to help in cognitive functions, brain development, nerve impulses. Okay, to keep nerves healthy, it is a main nutrient. So the answer will be B, the animal products. Xerophthalmia is caused by deficiency of vitamin B12, vitamin K, vitamin A, vitamin D. These are the very easy question. Xerophthalmia is always related to the eye problem. So whenever you get the eye problem, you have the deficiency of vitamin A. Vitamin A, retinol is the main reason. So the answer will be A. And the answer will be C, vitamin A. Question number 83. Kawashkar is commonly due to protein deficiency, vitamin C deficiency, excess fat, carbohydrate restriction. As I told you, Kawashkar comes under PEM, protein energy malnutrition. So the answer will be protein deficiency. The characteristic feature of Kawashkar is edema. Remember that. If you have edema, then it is Kawashkar. Question number 84. Marasmus differs from Kawashkar mainly by edema present in marasmus, severe wasting and no edema in marasmus, edema and fatty liver is marasmus, hyperpigmentation in marasmus. So there are two differences in Kawashkar and marasmus. Kawashkar caused by severe caloric deficiency. Kawashkar is caused by severe protein deficiency. During this process, in marasmus there is no edema. Okay, there will be severe wasting. Severe wasting in marasmus. In Kawashkar also there is severe wasting, but with edema. There will be no edema here, but here there will be edema. So this is a characteristic feature. So the answer will be B, severe wasting and no edema in marasmus. Okay, the answer will be B. Question number 85. Iron bioavailability is increased in the presence of phytate, calcium, vitamin C, oxalate. So we have studied and we have come across many cases regarding this. Always remember, vitamin C increases the absorption of iron in the blood. Okay, this is the answer. This is a very easy question. Remaining all will be they will inhibit the reaction. I mean inhibit the iron absorption. Question number 86. A child presents with a distended abdomen, edema and irritability likely caused by marasmus, iron deficiency, Kawashkar, scurvy. So here, if you find it distended abdomen, irritability, you may not find the reason. But if you find edema and a child, then always there is a possibility of Kavashkar. Okay, these are the things you need to find in the question. Everything will be in the question itself, but the way you find it matters a lot. See, there is edema and there is child. Whenever a child comes with edema, it is Kavashkar, protein energy malnutrition, which is Kavashkar. So the answer will be C. If the child is very thick, the muscle or skin is attached to the bone, very lean, then the child will come in the marasmus condition. Okay. Question number 87. An overweight adult is advised a therapeutic diet primarily target is increase energy intake, balanced reduced calorie diet, high saturated fat intake, restricted physical activity. So here, whenever the person is overweight, we obviously give a low calorie and balanced diet. So the answer will be B, balanced or low calorie diet. Okay. Question number 88. A hospital patient on TPN develops hyperglycemia. Responsible component is excess protein, excess lipids, high dextrose, fiber deficiency. So TPN nothing but total parental nutrition. Okay, total parental nutrition. In these, the feed is directly sent to the veins, central or peripheral veins. In during this process, the feed includes a dextrose. The carbohydrate form is dextrose. Okay, in that feed itself. This dextrose directly goes into the blood, which raises the glycemic index of the glycemic load of the blood. That is the main reason if the patient is in TPN, they will be always facing hyperglycemia. So, and remember, 1 gram of dextrose gives you 3.5 kilocalories. Okay, 1 gram of carbohydrate gives you 4 kilocalories. Okay, this is another form of carbohydrate. That's all. Okay, remember the calorie range. Dextrose gives you 3.5 kilocalorie. So the answer will be C, high dextrose. Question number 89. In undernutrition, the first measurement typically affected in height, weight, mid-arm circumference, blood pressure. So in undernutrition, the first thing we measure is mid-arm circumference. Okay. Height is related to the stunting. Okay. Weight is related to the wasting. And blood pressure is related to the cardiovascular health. Okay. Hypertension. So the answer will be C. Mid-arm circumference is the undernutrition indicator where we use it typically for measuring the malnutrition. Question number 90. A snack for diabetic patients should be high glycemic food, low glycemic, high fiber diet, high fiber food, high sugar food, only fats. So this is very common, easy question. The answer will be low GI, high fiber food. Okay, which will prevent fast digestion, and there will be stable glucose rise in the blood. Question number 91. Which is a water soluble vitamin? Vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, vitamin C. This is also very easy question. The fat soluble vitamins are vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin K. Okay, vitamin A. These three are the fat soluble. These four are the fat soluble vitamins. There's only vitamin C, which is a water soluble vitamin. So the answer will be D, vitamin C. This vitamin C can be lost due to overcooking. Very sensitive vitamin. This is very sensitive vitamin. If you boil for the long time also, there will be loss of vitamin C. They will cook for the long time also, there will be loss of vitamin C. So it is very sensitive vitamin. Question number 92. Which of these is not a function of protein? Energy supply, enzyme activity, hormone formation, main storage of energy. So what is the protein function? It will be helpful in muscle building. It will be helpful in the repair. It will be helpful in enzyme production. It will be helpful in the hormone production. So everything is made up of protein itself. Our body, everything is made up of protein. Hormones, enzymes, all thing is made up of protein. So first you eliminate the options. Energy supply is a work of carbohydrate, so it is not the answer. Enzyme activity is a work of enzymes that activates it, hydrolyze or HCl. Like that, there will be extra activities which will activate the activity, but is not the answer. Main storage energy is also not the answer. So the answer will be hormone formation. We need protein to form the hormones, and we need protein to form enzymes also, but here they have told enzyme activity. They are doing the work already, they are not producing. So the answer will be C, hormone formation. Question number 93. Pellagra is caused by deficiency of. This thing I have clearly talked in past question. Pellagra is a deficiency of niacin. Niacin is a B3. So always remember, if they ask 3Ds or 4Ds, this is very important question. They ask what is the condition in 3Ds. It is called pellagra. What is the condition in 4Ds? This is also called pellagra. 3Ds in the sense it is diarrhea, dementia, and dermatitis. Okay, these are the 3Ds: diarrhea, dementia, dermatitis. If in case it is called 4Ds, 4Ds, then it is the same thing: diarrhea, dermatitis, dementia, and death. Okay, death is the last one we add in the 4Ds. So this is the answer. It is a very severe condition, and it may lead to death also. Question number 94. Scurvy can be prevented by eating cheese, citrus fruits, red meat, and rice. This is also a very easy question. I have just discussed it. Scurvy is nothing but bleeding gums. It is caused due to vitamin C deficiency. So in this, which is a rich source of vitamin C? With citrus fruits. So the answer will be B. So like this, you have to correlate everything. Then only you will get the answer, or else you won't get the answer. Question number 95. Goiter is mainly caused by deficiency of. This is also very easy question, multiple times repeated. Goiter is related to iodine. So the answer will be B, iodine. Now true or false format. Question number 96. Vitamin K is involved in blood clotting. True or false? Yes, it is involved in the blood clotting. So the answer is true. Okay. This related to this vitamin K, I'll explain it to you. Nutrient and roles. Go to the nutrient and roles. See, as you can see here, vitamin K. There are three types of vitamin K. There are three types of vitamin K. The first one is K1, phyloquinine. K1 is a plant source. Okay, K1. And K2 is a menaquinine. Okay, it is a bacterial synthesis in the gut formation. So this is produced by the gut bacteria in human body. Okay, K2 is produced in the human body guts. And K3 is a menadione. It is a synthetically made by the humans. Okay, but it is not used in the humans, but it is synthetically made. So menaquinine is the main source we actually have in the gut. Okay, body will produce it, bacteria will produce it in the gut. It is a fat soluble vitamin. It requires bile and pancreatic enzyme to absorb in the body, and it increases deficiency in the liver diseases. The vitamin K requirement increases in the liver diseases. So always remember this: bile binds the fat soluble vitamin and make it into a cell for further process. Okay, because cell membrane can't send fat soluble vitamins. It need a medium or protein. We call it as apolipoprotein. This protein is needed. It is made by bile. It binds with the fat soluble fat molecule and make a apolipoprotein and then send to the bloodstream. So this is a long process. So there are clotting factors. Vitamin K function is a blood coagulation, essential for carboxylase. Okay, gamma carboxylase, clotting factors, the thrombin factors, everything I have mentioned here very detailing. It's very easy. Bone metabolism, activation of osteocline, okay, bone mineralization protein, prevent vascular calcification, okay, Low vitamin K is always linked to high fracture risk in the elderly. Okay, it is all interlinked. So see, I will explain here. I have just mentioned here a simple diagram. Suppose imagine this is your wound. They have a small cut in the wound. As soon as the cut happens, the platelets rush to the cut site to cover it. Okay, it is a platelets. These are platelets. And then the clotting factor comes. This clotting factor can only be producing the presence of vitamin K. Sorry, vitamin K. Okay, vitamin K. These are the clotting factors like a Y binds. This will come here and together with the calcium, okay, calcium helps in the coagulation. Together with that calcium they form fibrinogens, like a fibers structures, and they will close the wound here. Slowly they will close it. So this is how actual blood clotting happens, and blood wound healing also happens. So I have clearly mentioned everything, very single details I have mentioned here. You can check it out, you read it once, you will get the whole topic cleared. Question number 97. BMI is a direct measure of body fat. True or false? It is not direct measure. It is overall measure. So the answer will be false. Okay. BMI will fail if there is lot of muscle mass in the body. Okay. It has limitations in that. So the answer is false. Foodborne infection always involves toxins. No, right, it is false, because toxins have a specific amount of bacteria produces toxins. So there is not always a reason there is the food infection is happened due to toxins. So the answer is false. Question number 99. All fats are unhealthy and should be avoided. This is also not true, because we need some amount of unhealthy fat and some amount of healthy fat also. So both we have balance. They have their limitations. They have their requirement. So the answer is false. All fats are not unhealthy. Question number 100. Infants require more water per kg body weight than adults. The answer is true. Okay, children need lot of more water per kg body weight compared to adult individual, because the child will be this much size, mostly 4 or 5 kilos. Okay, so for them, the according to the body weight they need lot of water comes from the mother's milk. So that's the answer. So here I have explained the answers and explanation very detailedly in down. You can check it out. This PDF will be available in the drive. You can't download the PDF, but you can practice it by looking here and keep a book, mention answers there, A, B, C, D. Then at the last you check the answers and tick yourself in your own book. So that's how you will get this PDF in the drive link. Okay, to get this access of the notes and the MCQs, you need to pay 499, and this offer is valid till August 1st. As soon as the August 1st reaches, the price of these notes will increase, and the price you need to pay is more compared to now. If you take for only 499, you will get this all notes and extra MCQs, marathon series MCQs, and also you will get 5000 MCQs on August 1st for everyone who purchased this for only 499. After, if you want these notes and MCQs, the price will go up after August 1st. So claim it fast. Okay, you can message to this number and scan this QR code, and you can pay 499 and send the screenshot to this number. I will be responding you, and you will be getting the drive link. Okay, until then, all the best for the exam and prepare hard. There are multiple marathons coming, as you can see here. I have mentioned a marathon 2, okay, and I have prepared marathon 3 also. So each video will be more than 1 hour, or more than maybe 1.5 hours. I'm trying to explain very in detail, but if some topic needs lot of time to explanation, so I keep it for the next new video particularly related to that. Right now we'll focus on a marathon series, and we'll try to complete as many as topics as possible in a brief and clear manner. So until then, take care. We'll meet in the next video. Signing off.